Okay, I've completed 2 loops in Loop Hero. Actually, technically, I guess it's 3 because I played the first one in the demo. But I've streamed 2 loops of Loop Hero, and I'm about to start my 3rd. I've unlocked the Herbalist's Hut, which gives me potions, which honestly might have saved my life on my last loop. So hopefully we can make better choices this time around. Hopefully we can survive. And I've got a swamp now, which puts me over here. So let's back out of the chrono crystals. Actually, you know what? Let's back out of the road lantern. Well, no, I like the road lantern because it allowed me to place something next to the track, and that feels important. So, okay, so let's keep all of that. Wait. Did I actually keep the swamp? Yes, okay, I do have the swamp. The swamp looks darker than the grove, and so I thought that I had actually turned it off, but no, it's just dark. And we'll get started. Okay, we've got a new loop. I'm just like watching with like rapt attention. What am I gonna get? Asgard says good luck again. Thank you. Regular old defense. Okay, so it's doing 1 damage to me. I'm actually curious, like, does defense just subtract directly from the damage that the enemies do? Hard to be sure. Let's make a cemetery here. We'll deal with it next loop after it's had time to spawn something. Okay, so yeah, so I'm watching this day progress. Oh, and there's one thing that I hadn't looked at yet. It's behind my head here. This is map completion. When this bar is filled, the boss of this chapter will appear on the campfire tile. So that's what that incursion was. The thing I got really close to, but did not actually survive to meet. That was the boss. So I'm wondering, what happens if you succeed against the boss? Like, what happens if you play far enough? Like, if I had survived that battle and actually had enough health and got to the boss, what happens if you beat the boss? Do you end up with some kind of new type of loop, new type of map? I assume you progress and unlock something new. I just don't know what to expect it to be. So one thing I don't actually know is magic damage. When something gives you magic damage, what does that mean? Does that mean you have additional damage each time you attack with a normal weapon? Does it like increase the value of certain attacks? Okay, so this axe does 3 to 5 damage. This counter is really valuable, but it's early in the game. I don't think it's going to matter that much. Let's see what happens if I add 2 magic damage. Like, does that affect... Do I do more than 3 to 5 damage to these enemies? 12? That seems high. Okay, 4 to 6 damage now. Why are these taking more damage than I would expect? I'm kind of confused here. Anyway, let's make spiders happen. Dense infestation of spiders. Let's grab some mountains. Let's extend the cemetery. And decrease the maximum monsters that can appear in the cemetery. Okay, keep going. Grimace asks, when do you unlock companions? I can unlock companions? This is news to me. It does say that I can unlock more classes. Okay, so I've just removed my magic damage. Of course, and now I'm not fighting slimes, but let's see if I see something different when next time I fight a slime. Because I was doing like 12 damage to them pretty consistently. Ah, battlefield. Spawns a chest at the start of each loop. I guess we'll get it sooner if I put it here? $11, not 12. Okay, so it looks like magic damage does somehow apply a bonus to each hit. 9. 13. Okay, but never... I don't even know what's going on. Okay, here's Swamp. I've never seen Swamp before. Spawns a mosquito every 3 days. All healing effects are lethal here, except for the potions. Wait, so when I try to heal myself, normally, in a swamp, those positive effects will be negative? By the way, potions. Oh, here they are. Okay. So actually, I should probably use them. How do I use them? Oh, when your life is in danger. Okay, got it. So I can't just use them to make sure I keep my life topped up. They'll actually heal me just when I get down really low. Okay, got it. Oh, so we got some nice stuff here. Let's see here. Regen versus vampirism. Let's go regen. Big upgrade to my hit points and vampirism coming from the armor. That's good. The tank says, this makes me miss all the old tactics games like Final Fantasy Tactics and Disgaea or something on PS2. Yeah, so skeletons, they've got a lot of resilience. So I am like, so I think I've got vampirism, so I'm healing each time I hit someone. I'm pretty sure in the swamp, that little healing is going to be, I think that's going to be little red ones every time I do that. So, fun times. Let's see here. Oh, whoa. A living forest preys on wounded occupants of adjacent tiles, may spawn something dreadful from their remains. That's why that monster appeared, that big muscle monster. It's because there was a blood grove there. So, okay, so it doesn't, you can't place it next to swamps. One thing I have not been doing is placing all of my terrain tiles, so let's get that done. Oh yeah, I should also put myself back up here. So yeah, I want my mountains to all be together so I can make a peak out of them. And then road lantern, reducing maximums. Let's do that. Take that, spider. I'm a master spider killer after playing a bunch of Kill It With Fire. More mountain. Take that. And that. Oh, I just realized, I've got a spider cocoon I haven't used yet. Let's, I don't want to put it near the swamp. Let's put it, I don't know, here. Let's make more swamp. Little mosquito. So cute. What's it gonna look like? Ugh. Yeah, see, I'm hurting myself with my vampirism. So, cool. Alright. It's not too busy yet. New day just dawned. Spider tiles filling up. Okay, I can remove something if I want to. Okay, more swamp. And then another spider cocoon. Do I want to just pile up spiders? No, let's put it there. And then, oh yeah, I can increase my movement speed. Yeah, let's put it there. Okay, I've got a chest to immediately open. Oh, you know what? I haven't been upgrading my weapons. Hold on. Mace. Big old damage. Oh, fancy shield. Much, yes. It's just better in every way. Cool. I think we've got a bunch of evasion now, which should be helpful. Okay. This does less damage to all, but also has defense and more evasion. Let's do it. Let's just go all in on evasion. What is this shield? Even more defense. Attack speed significantly higher. I'm kind of all in on evasion, though. Let's do the evasion. The tank points out that there's so many different aspects of this game, it's really easy to lose track of some of them. Which I agree with. I'm suddenly doing way more damage. Weird. Yeah, Asgard is pointing out I've got 26% evasion now. That every fourth hit basically misses me. That's kind of... So, it might actually be pretty smart to sort of go all in on one stat rather than trying to diversify. Like going in... Wait, what's this? There's like an archer in the background. What? Hold on a second. What was that nonsense? Add a goblin archer to battles on adjacent tiles. Oh. And so it looks like this spawns next to swamps specifically. Interesting. Okay, well, looks like now we've got a grove that we can... Where do we want to stick groves? Let's actually put it right next to this, just because I don't know if that causes anything. Okay, not doing badly. So, okay, so when these items roll off the end, they contribute to like things like scrap metal. Oh, I didn't realize that. But is it just me, or is my, I feel like I'm getting less meadows this time through. That's probably where most of my scrap metal is coming from. It's probably coming from items. I hadn't thought about that. Stealthy Assassin says, I just got here and I have no idea what's happening. So, to recap for anybody who's coming in fresh, this is Loop Hero. My character, this is procedurally generated loop. My character is just marching around it, and then as he defeats enemies, I get these cards that I can use to augment the world that I'm in. And as I do things like this, put a bunch of things next to each other, other things will spawn. And so the world gets more and more complex and weird. And the whole point is to just keep marching my character around. He keeps, leveling up, unlocking new things as he goes. And my goal is to take these resources that I'm collecting up here. I want to take as many of these things out of the level as I can. Now, there's like a boss battle that I can try to progress towards, but if I'm not ready for the boss battle, and if my health gets whittled down too much by my loops, I can cut out anytime I want to. If I cut out in the middle of the track, I lose a bunch of resources. If I cut out at my campfire specifically, then I can bring a bunch of them home, level up my base, and then come back in more powerful, ready for the next loop. So it's very, very roguelike-y. Let's see here. Okay, this is going to lose me a little bit of evasion, but I think it's worth it for the other benefits. This Dirk will do the same amount of damage, but it will raise my evasion and my attack speed. So let's do that. This armor will increase my max hit points do extra damage for all, and again increase my attack speed, and will not have vampirism. Vampirism has been hurting me in the swamp, so I need to not... So yeah, taking that away will probably be good for me, actually. Jedi Sectrix asks, has he figured out the trick of meadows yet? Is there a trick of meadows? I don't know. I can put them around treasuries. They get flowery when I put them around treasuries. That's the only thing that I've found that definitely does something. So now I've just completed that treasury. So this treasury tile, when you surround it with things, it suddenly gives you a big influx of resources, which is great. The meadows, so I've just arranged my meadows in a 3x3 grid, kind of like what I used to do with the rocks to make the mountains, and that didn't have any effect. So if there's a trick with meadows, I haven't uncovered what the trick is yet. Jedi Sectric says, "Am I supposed to keep myself shushed about spoilers?" No. If you want to tell me some stuff about meadows, that's fine. I think that the entire audience benefits from more interesting, like, yeah. From if I learn this game faster and I'm able to make more things happen faster in this game, that's good for the audience. So I don't have a problem with you sharing tips and tricks and things like that. Oh. Jedi Cytrix says, put meadows next to things that are not meadows. Got it. Okay, so it's not just... I assumed it was just when you put them next to the treasury that they got flowery and fancy. But no. And actually, you know what? It probably says that on the meadow card. I just wasn't paying attention. Oh, no, it doesn't say it on the meadow tile anyway. Let's see if it says it on the meadow card next time I get one. Okay, so my health is going down. Oh, have I already used... I've already used a potion. Okay, we run around making this game harder and harder. Oh, okay, got a new weapon. Much better than Dirk. It will take down my evasion and raise my counter. I've been really all in on the evasion stuff, but I do need a weapon that's that much more powerful, though. This is way more hit points. That's good. The Ritual Sword does even more damage. Plus magic damage. Again, I'm not sure what I'm getting out of magic damage. And unfortunately, it doesn't say. I think the attack speed benefit this has is going to be better, and the counter benefit is going to be better. So I'm going to keep it. Oh, wow. Something spawned right on top of me because of daylight hitting. Okay, let's limit the number of spiders that can show up in some of these places. Like right there. Okay, here's a meadow. Okay, so let's say I put a meadow next to this mountain. Oh, yeah. Okay, more stuff came out of it, I think. It's a blooming meadow. Heals 3 hit points. Okay, so then the problem becomes rocks want to be next to each other. Oh, I've just... Okay, well, if I was going to quit, I missed my chance. So I guess we're going another loop at least. Better armor. Attack... Vampirism, though. That seems dangerous. The swamp hasn't spawned a lot of things. It's going to spawn some more things, though. I don't know. I think I'm going to hold on to it. I think I'm not going to use it. But yeah, so the mountains, the rocks, they want to be next to each other, but the meadows want to be next to the mountains. So you have to kind of plan things out so you can kind of get the best of both worlds. What do I get from accumulating this change resource? Anything? 20 changes form a complete metamorphosis. What is that? I probably could have been accumulating more of it. Huh, so... The tank wonders if, once I've got some meadows that are flower fields, will additional meadows be flower fields next to the flower fields? The blooming meadows, I think is what they're called. I don't know. I don't know if that'll count as different enough. I also don't know what happens... Okay, so this is potentially costly. What happens if I place a rock next to a meadow after it already is down? Ooh, okay, I can upgrade the meadows by placing those. Interesting. All right. Oh, we just gained a goblin camp, I guess, from placing a lot of rocks. Oh, appears for every 10 mountain or rock tiles. There we go. Okay, we can keep expanding the grove. Keep adding Blood Grove. I'm sure I won't regret that at all. Character's not doing that great. Oh, I've got some higher level armor that I didn't catch, though. Okay, hold on. So we got this armor that I already rejected because of vampirism, but this armor has higher counter and significantly more hit points. Let's go with that. Yeah, we're about to march through the swamp. The last thing I need is vampirism. More swamp. More swamp! That was a terrible plan. Why did I do that? Alright. I'm just going to keep placing some rocks. What happens if it's next to two different things? Nothing special. Okay. Experimentation. That's what we're doing here. Wow, they attack fast. They evade like crazy. Like, I can almost take them down in one hit, but the evasion is a big problem. And apparently I used one potion already? Okay, I've just used my last potion. Apparently I use it at a certain... Okay, so let's find out. Okay, yeah, no. This meadow has to be next to something that is not a different kind of meadow. Okay, yeah, so they're not that big a deal if I hit with all of my hits. But their evasion is so high. It's a big problem. Oh my gosh. I'm all out of potions. Ah, this is bad. Okay. I might be able to survive this gauntlet. I should quit the next time I get to camp. Because I don't think I'm making it through another loop through this entire thing again. And okay, day is about to... Okay, we're about to hit day. Let's Oblivion these guys so that no more monsters appear on my route. Just the monsters we've already got, which might already be too many, but we'll see. Come on, quit evading me, you jerk. Is this weapon any better? Counters higher, attack speed's lower. Give it a try. This is going to be close. It might not be close. It might just outright defeat me. Oh, wait, no. That gives me healing, not... Ah, that was a stupid move. Maybe the harpy kills me? Okay. There's no way I'm surviving the next fight. So, even though I would love to make it all the way to camp and keep all of my resources, this time, I think I'm going to leave. So I'm still going to keep some of this stuff. It's all I can do. All right. We made it. Let's see if we've unlocked anything else we can build. So the smithy, nope, I need more stuff. The gymnasium, nope, I need more wood. So we're not there yet. The farm, we need more stuff. Okay, so we need another loop. So that swamp was murder. Let's not do it this time. Well, actually... Okay, yeah, let's not do the swamp. Let's do the vampires. Here we are. The thing that's made, like, I never even have to scroll the screen. It's like this entire game just takes place on this one tiny screen. Yeah, I want a grove on a turn because then one blood grove can have a bigger impact. And then... One thing I'm wondering is, what happens if I put a meadow next to a vampire mansion? Just the same normal thing? Okay, fine, whatever. So yeah, I could just put meadows around the edges of the map where, like, other things have spawned. And it's not an emergency to place meadows, because they only affect me, because the meadows are the ones that affect me only at the campsite. So I can, like, sit back and sort of strategize about the meadows. Like, I don't need to place this meadow right now, so I can just sort of wait on it. Jules is wondering if the gymnasium upgrade is like a modern gymnasium or if it's like a Greek gymnasium where they did philosophy on the porch. I don't know. I assume either way, though, I assume that everyone's naked. So, you know, we got that. It's got that going for it. Haha, take that, vampire. Okay, so I actually don't know if there's any reason why I should be putting groves back to back. Magic sword. Like, historically, I keep doing that. I keep putting groves and other, like, terrain features on the actual loop in chains next to each other. I'm not sure if there's any value to that. Like, I've just kind of been doing it. I wonder what happens if I just sort of, like, explicitly don't. Fancier armor with regen. Nice. Looks like I get just a little bit of health each morning. In addition to my regen abilities? Okay, I'm getting a bunch of meadows here. Aha, but maybe here's my opportunity. Oh, nope, not quite. It's squirreled away in a corner. Another beacon. So let's stick those in the middle. So yeah, you see my character like ramp up their speed as soon as they go by the beacon. For some reason, this tile decided to be full of slimes. Okay, so I can get significantly more hit points for giving up my regen. Yikes, that was a bunch of stuff. I guess we'll do that. And then, okay, we've got tons of meadows. We're about to hit this. We need to do something with our meadows. So let's put a rock there and a rock there, and let's start lining up meadows along the edge here. And then put another grove there. All the way up to max. Oh, yeah, so, yeah, Jedi... Oh, it's every morning? Oh, so I thought that the meadows healed you... Ha! I misread it. So I think that I read it a long time ago when I thought that each loop was a day. Before I'd realized that, no, there's the days, and then there's the loops, and those are two separate time scales. So when I first read the description of the meadows, I thought they were contributing to my hit points per loop. But no, they're my hit points per day. So that's where that comes from. Thank you, Jedi Psych Tricks. I totally misunderstood that. Okay, let's add another mountain. And another beacon. I mean, another road lantern. Okay, so this vampire is just going to keep showing up on, like, nothing fights. But maybe that's fine. Oh, actually, let's put the road lantern here, because this is going to start generating goblins and crap. Okay, I feel like I need a tougher weapon. Like this axe, for instance. There, that's going to go way better for me now. Let's just level up all of our gear. Again, more magic damage. I don't know what magic damage is for. It feels like I do it. I don't know, maybe not. Less. Okay, more attack speed. I like being a glass cannon. I think that sounds good. So yeah, I wonder if there's a benefit to contiguous meadows. Like, I don't want to put them next to the mountains. I want the mountains to get as many benefits from, like, nearby rocks as I can. But as soon as I built out these mountains a little bit further, I'm trying to wrap the meadows around them and see if I get something like the ooh, damage to all. I like that. If I get something like the mountain out of a lot of contiguous meadows. That takes us. There's got to be a point somewhere where it describes magic damage. Maybe I certainly haven't seen it yet. Okay, let's fight a bunch of cats, which is what their icons look like. Wow, that goes way better when, you know, you can actually damage them. All right, yeah, let's put a mountain there. More road lanterns. I mean, I guess... Yeah, let's just sharply limit our goblin population here. You'll notice the number of goblins went down. I actually eliminated a goblin by making 3 of them overlap. It went down to 1. Okay, so if 3 of them means that 1 is the limit. I think that means that 4 is the normal limit. So that's good to know. So let's put another meadow there. And then another vampire mansion. Let's stick that there. So we'll have an extra vampire fighting with us here, but we won't have a million goblins. Feels like a fair trade-off. And then, okay, let's get into spider fights with vampires. That's fine. But if there's no fights, I love that the vampires are conditional. It doesn't just sit there and spawn vampires. You have to put the vampires where they will join fights with other things. It's like vampires, you know, they're not brave enough to fight you on their own. Okay, what did Battlefield? That was That was creating a chest, right? Okay. This is probably where I should start putting road lanterns to limit the number of spiders now that I'm just filling the world with spiders. Oh, I just had a thought that maybe what made the difference between a pile of rocks that could become a mountain and a pile of rocks that could not, maybe it's just what the central tile is. Maybe it just has to be one of these mountain tiles in the middle. Maybe that's what makes a difference. Maybe it doesn't have to be mountains all the way around. Oh, here's the big muscle guy. Let's see if I can defeat him. Yes! Oh, he dropped so much stuff. So actually, so I don't need to have like 9 mountains. I probably need to just... So what I should probably be doing is surrounding individual mountains with rocks. That might be the most efficient way to be creating lots of mountains. Maybe. This is all just guesswork. I really don't know. So another blood grove, and then a beacon. Let's just line up the beacons in the middle here. And the cemetery. I don't have a cemetery yet. Let's go with it right here. Still hanging on to my meadows. Now that I've finished these 2, like, 9-tile contraptions here, I can start focusing more on benefiting my meadows. Oh, you know what I should also focus on? Leveling up my gear. So yeah, now that we don't have swamps anymore, I can definitely use vampirism and have that be good. Let's do a bunch of evasion. Yeah, that one fight with that one really tough dude was a problem. Okay, so let's do that. Add another meadow. Okay, let's put another battlefield here. Whoa, what happened? Oh, blood path. Spawns a blood clot every 4 days? What's that? Do I want to know what that is? Okay, let's put 1 peak in the middle of that. Let's see. I just want to see what happens if we get 4 flowering things together. Not much. Okay. Okay, yeah, let's get a road lantern here. Those 3 spiders, that's enough. That's enough spiders. You don't need more spiders than that. You know what I did not do? Make stripes out of my path upgrades. Like, which was the thing I said I was going to do. Okay, let's get much more defense, much more damage to all. Damage to all is up to 9. This is an upgrade. Damage to all is the same. Counter instead of vampirism? Sure, why not? Oh, even higher. I like my damage to all being high, though. Except, wait, how many high population tiles do I actually have? I've got this one. I've got this one. My counter is 14. You know what? Let's take my counter up. Oh, gosh. Wait, why did I get rid of damage to all for this fight? That was dumb. I'm all out of potions. Oh, but now there's a treasury. Ah. All right. Let's try to get this treasury done as fast as we possibly can, though. I also need health too, so I'm gonna put one there. Collecting some rocks. Okay, so do I cut and run? There's a bunch of spiders ahead of me. The thing is, I don't remember how much do I actually, because I do heal when I go through my camp. I just don't remember how much I heal. How high is this going to get? Because if it's not going to get very high, then it's crazy to run through here again. It's about to reset. I mean, goblins are going to start showing up everywhere. My health is so low. I can Oblivion one spawner. Yeah, Jedi Psychic Trick says, I'd cut and run, but I'm pretty risk averse. I mean, we've seen me cut and run a couple of times now. And I think this might actually be enough to get me some stuff back at the base. Let's cut and run. Let's cut and run. Okay, let's look at what we can build now. Okay, we can build a smithy or a farm. Or I can build lots of different things. Okay, hold on. Let's see what these things are. Lets you start an expedition with basic warrior's gear. That seems like that would get absorbed really fast. Craft tools for the camp if the supply depot is built. Okay, so I'm not worried about my starting equipment. I get that pretty fast. So I don't think this is going to be that valuable until I've got a supply depot, whatever that is, up here. Okay. Let's not grab the smithy. What about the farm? All empty tiles around the farm are transformed into gardens. After an expedition, it gives you 1 ration for every completed loop, but not more than there are garden tiles around the farm. Okay, so I just get more. So this is a resource generator. And I can craft food once the supply depot is built. And it unlocks the wheat fields card. Does this give me a card? This one doesn't give me a card. This one does. This one gives me a village card. And I gain special traits after killing monsters in expeditions. Oh, hey, and look, this is the kind of Greek gymnasium you were talking about. A place where you'll learn how to read, write, and be polite to your teacher. Physical training takes priority. Well, okay, maybe no, it is a more physical place. Anyway. Okay, so wheat fields or villages? It seems to be my question here. I don't quite know what the icons at the bottom of the description mean. All right. Let's see. Let's do the farm and see what wheat fields look like. I think I'll get back to the gymnasium. Well, yeah, let's go farm. Oh, and I place it. Oh, wait a minute. It says it's going to generate gardens in the adjacent tiles. Right? So I want to make sure I have 3 adjacent tiles. I don't think I can have 4. I think it has to be next to something. So let's put it here. Oh, even diagonal adjacents, huh? Okay. Didn't realize that. Anyway, so you can stop eating for days and you still won't be hungry. This, of course, does not mean you should stop eating. The farmer promises he'll be able to grow some stable crops, but it'll take some time. It'll be interesting to see what he can grow without sunlight. Yeah, I guess so. All right. Let's mess with our cards again. So now we've got wheat fields. But they're locked? Why are they locked? Placed next to... Can only be placed next to a village? Okay, I should have gone for the other one first, I guess. Grower. Okay. Well, fine. I guess we'll have to go unlock the gymnasium. Apparently Fatty McLeod knew the answer to that. Okay, well, there we go. Still learning this game. Okay, so I think we've got one more loop in us before we'll need to cut it short. So we'll do one more loop, and then this session will be done. How many loops is it this session? Is this my 3rd loop this session? I think I've been getting a little bit faster. Okay, let's try to improve ourselves a little bit here. Alright, we'll go spiders and vampires over here. Wait, why am I putting something right at the end of my loop? That's just going to be frustrating. I'm going to get killed by things right at the very end. Okay, so the tank was suggesting that I try to be a little bit more strategic about placing my mountains and things. Like, long-term imagining where... Oh, I shouldn't have placed that. I was going to put treasury in between. I forgot I can't put a treasury in a place that already has a tile next to it. Dang it. Well, so that plan didn't work. Wow, the vampire mansions are just everywhere. This is going to be a vampire-heavy world. Okay, so I've got fancy-looking shield. I don't even care what it does. I still have not dropped a single weapon. Let's make a grove happen. Next to a turn, let's have a meadow there. Oh! Since this is a vampire-heavy map, let's go with vampirism. Alright, we've got... Let's place a beacon there. Road lantern. Let's not let these get too piled up. Cemetery. Here, why not? And then, what happens if we put battlefields next to cemeteries? Is that going to be a thing? Is that going to matter? So I'm just going to try to make these little islands of mountains with meadows around them and see how that goes. Of course, actually, what that's going to do is make a big giant mountain that's getting no adjacency benefits. That's going to be stupid. Let's not do that. I mean, I'm doing it now, but let's not do it in the future. Not a single weapon still. Yeah, because that like 3x3 mountain tile, it also has adjacency bonuses that I can take advantage of. So me putting these meadows here is actually not very effective. I'm going to keep doing it because it's pretty. And because I'm just... I don't know. When you've already decided to be bad at a particular round of a video game, why not keep being bad on purpose? Finally! Fancy weapon. Suddenly doing so much more damage. Well, we're at least going to see if I can make multiple mountains. That's one of my goals here. Gonna keep doing things badly. Alright, that one looks like it wants to be limited. Huh. Asgard says, if you place a swamp next to a vampire mansion, then can they not heal with vampirism the same way you can't heal with vampirism? Interesting. That's a good question. I'd like to try that. I mean, I hope so. It's really nice when they have the enemies live by the same restrictions that you do and like suffer from the exact same effects. So that something that's a negative for you can also turn it into a negative for an enemy. Yeah, let's definitely limit the spawns on the way leading up to my base. All right, let's take a quick little pause here. Just fill the world with meadows. What happens if a meadow's adjacent to two things? Oh, no, we already checked that, and nothing, I think, was the answer. Okay. Grimace is pointing out that the fact that I've got a fair amount of counter is helping. Yeah, so I'm going to keep building my big, dumb, meadow-surrounded mountains, and you can't stop me. Yeah, I'm doing a fair amount of damage. Okay, let's see here. So, this shield... Just tons of vampirism! Yes! And then what about this ring? Oh, this is... Okay, removes some of my vampirism, but it's got pretty strong regeneration, so that's good. Oh, let's also mess with these mountains because we can. Put meadows between them because we can. And the grove. And another rock. Yeah, take that. Just give me crappy weapons this time. Is it just... So sometimes I wonder, is it just sheer random chance when something like that happens? When you just got to run, where you're just getting crappy weapons consistently? Or is there some meta-level die roll that they do to say, this game, you're going to have crappy weapons a lot? To try to like make those really strong impressions happen. I don't know. How are we doing on resources? You know, whatever. Not a single treasury. So I guess, you know, the fact that I absolutely failed to set up for a treasury seems like maybe it doesn't matter that much. Okay, that did not become a mountain. So my theory that the middle peak was what made the difference, not accurate. Here's a treasury. So if that's not accurate, what is? Is it having a 3x3 grid? Is it really just one mountain per game? Because it could be that, but I feel like that feels cheap. Maybe it's the majority. Maybe if I get a 3x3 grid and the majority of it is the tall mountains. Maybe that's what causes it. Well, it looks like I've got a couple of fancy shields here. Let's see what those do once this fight's over. So this one, same defense, not as much vampirism. Kind of into vampirism, guys. Though, wow. This one has significantly higher defense. You know what? I'm kind of doing okay right now. Let's go significantly higher defense. Yeah, it feels like I'm taking significantly less damage now all of a sudden, so that seems good. Ah, so this thing that looks like aluminium is a, what is a, that's a metamorphosis. Whatever that is. Okay, so let's place a second battlefield. But it's across a graveyard. Okay. So last time that made a blood whatever, but this time it didn't. I guess it can't really interact with the, another one? We get a lot of chests all of a sudden. Okay, Fatty McCool says it is 1 mountain per loop. Per game, per whatever, per expedition. So, okay, that's fine. Now that I know, that's great. So it generates the harpies. I was just thinking, if I wanted to have a game that was just absolutely full of harpies, then, that would be the way to do it. Let's just go meadow crazy here. Spread out these groves. Add more cemetery. Road lantern. Where are we going to need to limit the numbers of enemies? Maybe around here. Oh, that would have been a good spot for a blood grove, but there's lots of good spots for blood groves, so I won't worry about that. Yes. Take that, you big monsters. Okay, we got some orange armor here. What's this? Less health, and less damage. It's got regen. That doesn't seem really super worth it. Vampirism is back. Let's do it. Look at all the chests I'm about to get. Fatty McLeod says, I always build my first mountain peak just using rocks and then use mountains to surround it because the mountains get more of a benefit. Yeah, okay, that's it. Yeah, because I think the mountains, they give you a bigger hit point advantage. And so you want to keep them around. So turning rocks into the giant peaks is way more efficient. That makes sense. Okay, we just got a bunch of stuff. Let's see here. So we can do more damage. Regen. All seems good. This one will add vampirism and magic damage. Whatever magic damage. Fatty, do you know what magic damage does? Because you seem to know a lot about this. And I can't figure it out. Okay, so I'm doing tons of vampirism right now. I could switch it for more health and damage to all. What about this one? I think my vampirism is serving me pretty well right now. I think I'm going to keep it going. Yeah, because I'm like... Usually my vampirism is low enough, I'm just getting 1 point per hit. But this time I'm getting like 2, 3, 4... Oh. Okay, where is there a place that needs to have a lower population? Maybe right here. And then Grove. Put some vampires over there. Mountain. Get another beacon. I don't know. Yeah, I guess we'll get some benefit from putting it here. Get through these loops a little faster. Though actually, movement speed. Does it actually? Okay, it means I'll get ahead of the enemies, but I'll fall behind my healing. So yeah, I don't know. Feels like movement speed is kind of a mixed bag, except for just your session goes by faster. I just got, what did I just get? Orb of Expansion? A physical manifestation of expanding space in the form of a little sphere. What did I level up to get this? I don't even know. Spoilers. Guess. Yeah, let's keep him a little bit limited. Let's put him there. These two are pretty damaging. Cool says that they don't actually understand much about magic damage, but he suggests that it could actually be that the damage is just better against certain enemies. Okay, so I could give up some of my regen for more vampirism, which sounds great. Nothing else here seems like it's likely to be a huge upgrade. Do I want more vampirism or more regen? And attack speed too. But defense will go down. Let's go for it. We're going all in on vampirism. Wow, am I doing no damage to anyone? Okay, here we go. That didn't go super great. But at least I finished the treasury. And here comes the cemetery. And a new treasury. Alright, let's put it over here. Okay, so gotta get at least 8 more resource tiles. Oh, we're off to a good start. Though, I kind of... well, whatever. I would say I should probably go for more, like, adjacency bonuses from mountains. But, I might end up getting more of a benefit out of the treasury. Okay, let's see. Less damage, but more vampirism. My attack speed would go down too, though. That, you know, if I do less damage, I think that means I also get less out of vampirism. So my counter would go up. Oh. So my defense would go up, my counter would go up, my vampirism would go up, but I would lose that regen ability, and my damage would be lower. It's so hard to make some of these decisions. You know, we're all in on vampirism. We're doing it. Well, I'm healing 10? 8? Okay. You know, I'm nervous about this strategy, but it doesn't seem to be hurting too much. I'm actually getting close to the boss. This isn't going too bad. Finally got my first blood grove. So let's make that happen. And then... Actually, I should have made it happen near the whatever. Where do I want spiders? Right there. That's where I want spiders. And then we'll put this mountain here. Each time I make a decision, a good decision, the tank is like, you are the loop hero. Whoa. Oh, I think we just got the boss. Okay. I'm hoping that because the boss involves returning home to the campsite, that means I'll get the benefit of returning home to the campsite, that I'll heal. That is my fond hope. I don't know whether to suspect that's likely to be actually true, but let's put another blood grove down just because we can. Know where we put it. Who knows? Put it there. I just want to get some terrain tiles to finish up this treasury before we get to the boss. Oh, okay, so Cool says surrounding your campsite are LICH buildings. They buff the boss. So are you saying that if I've saved up a bunch of Oblivion, I can make the boss weaker, because that sounds great. Why am I fighting the vampire first? He's the one's going to take the longest. Okay, so what's this? Vampirism 8 next to Vampirism 6. Yes, obviously. Oh, we're getting so close. Oh, we got another Oblivion card too. So let's... Wow, these guys are tough. They're all hitting me at once. Oh, okay, so Fatty Cool says you can also surround your camp while you're looping. Okay, that's a good idea. So let's kill another one because we can. Let's place one of these. And why not? And let's see if we can do that. If that's gonna... I don't know if the creatures after the boss matter at all. Okay, what's this gonna be? It's a lich! How is this even possible? That's right. You didn't devour me like the rest of the world. Haven't I? Do you really don't think... What? How did you... Whatever. What are you talking about? I'm standing right in front of you. I consumed all of your reality. Every one of its elements now rests in a separate pocket dimension. Spaces, living beings, information, even memories. They shall remain there until entropy does its work, turning everything into a uniform static mass. Along with you, of course. You're insane. So, what do we have here? I see. You found a way to interact with other pieces of your reality, to organize, combine, and merge them. But how? I don't see any exceptional talent or knowledge in you. You hardly even understand what's happening, right? I'll tell you what's happening. A pile of bones is butchering my world and thinks that it can get away with it. You're already doomed and you know it. Perhaps you're just the first in a series of systematic errors, a problem I must learn to solve. Let's not waste any time then. I don't think you're capable of feeling regret, but I'm about to change that. Okay. Is he just going to evade all day? He's pretty damaging. This is not looking good for me. Should I have cut out before this? Crap! I mean, I'm taking him down to less than half, but he's got me. Wow, okay. I only get to keep 30% of my resources. Ah. Okay, so apparently surrounding my camp is a good idea. I should do that next time. Well, let's see. And I just have barely not enough for the gymnasium, which would make the farm more useful. Dang it. Ah. Well. Yeah, okay, so that vampirism strategy was pretty good. And it kind of depended a little bit on me not having swamps. So I think at some point in the future, I do want to try that putting vampire houses next to swamps strategy. I want to try that and see if it works. But long term, I think that actually avoiding swamps and using vampirism like that was a pretty good strategy. If I could have taken it further, I might have actually been able to survive, because he did get down to like less than a third of his health. I feel like I wasn't that far off. But, oh, and so Fatty McCool says it really is very much about the buff buildings. That's really interesting. I probably wouldn't have figured that out, honestly, on my own, so I'm glad that you were here to tell me that. Okay, so next time, I'm going to try that, next time maybe I'll try that vampire swamp thing just to see what happens, but I'll also try to build a bunch of buildings around my campfire so that when the Lich arrives, the Lich is weaker. That makes sense. Grimace says, this will be one like Undertale, where you were supposed to be pacifist the whole thing and it remembers this playthrough. I don't think that's possible. In a game where you auto-attack, it's hard to say that you're supposed to be pacifist. But yeah, okay, so I think for right now, though, I think we're done, right? I think we've been playing this again for another hour. I think that was 3 loops this session. Hard to be sure. But I need to head upstairs, have some breakfast, start being useful to my family. So I appreciate you all being here. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, there'll be a button here when you want to watch it later on YouTube. And if I play more Loop Hero, which I think I might, that's probably where I'm going to go. So I might play this between sessions, honestly. You might see me level up magically.